Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Frontiers of Knowledge. Today we talk about something different and something really innovative. Can you imagine a car not made of metal, not made of fiberglass, but it is faster, cleaner, lighter, sleeker. And that car has been created. It is called Lina, Lina, and it is University of Technology in Netherlands, which has been the foster parent of this new car. Biodegradable is a buzzword, and this car is biodegradable. It is made from carbon efficient natural fibers, and the raw material for that natural fiber is something which is very healthy for you. Beetroot. Don't be shocked. You see, today, environmentally friendly motoring is associated often with the electric cars, with the hybrid vehicles, with hydrogen cell vehicles, improved fuel efficiency. And now we see that it's not the car's fuel usage that is important, but the very weight of the car. And what happens to the car after it's discarded is also equally important. And therein lies the thing. A group of students have proved that the quest for the fuel efficiency is leading them to make cars not from aluminum and carbon fiber as a lighter alternative to steel. But these materials, aluminum and carbon fiber, require 5 times more energy to make. That means energy saved during the driving is actually spent during the production. So end result is the same. So this led to the creation of Lina. It is made from natural fibers, beetroot, and secondly, flax. And the chassis, the body and the interior are made from a resin derived from flax, a plant that can grow in any moderate climate, and combined with bioplastic made entirely from beetroots. So the whole product is absolutely natural. And the resulting strength, that the strength-weight ratio is similar to fiberglass, only the wheels and the suspension system are not yet biodegradable. And the car's total weight is 310 kilograms. And it makes the electric engine more efficient. And powered by the modular battery pack, it can reach a top speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Netherlands Vehicle Authority has made it roadworthy. So, this new car is different material, like Japanese are using wood pulp, but the wood is much more scarce. Ford wants to make car from bamboo, some parts, not all of it. But I would say welcome to the high-tech car of the future, faster, cleaner, lighter, sleeker. So this was one thing which intrigued me, and I thought I'll share it with you. But is that sufficient? There is another problem. All of us are afraid of injections. As children, we used to cry when the injection was there. But the fear of the needles may soon be a thing of the past. University of Texas has come up with an absolutely painless alternative to conventional syringes. And they have made painless biodegradable micro needles. Now what happens is when this micro needle goes into body, it breaks off and dissolves in the body to administer the drugs. So it becomes and it's so small that you don't even feel the prick. Now the needle is so thin that as soon as it touches the skin, it breaks inside the skin, and the system is working very good. They are able to deliver small molecules of medication, a variety of drugs. You know, the whole process is based on 3D printing process, and it's called the fused deposition modeling and polylactic acid. A renewable thermoplastic material is used, and it has been approved by FDA. It's a very tapered needle. They're chemically etched after the printing process, and the micro needles tips are as small as 1 micrometer. That means 1/1,000,000th of a meter, and different needles with a width of 400 to 600 micrometers. Imagine the blood cell, human blood cell is just 5 micrometers wide. So it just goes into it and makes a part of it. Secondly, the old needles were biohazardous waste. It was a problem disposing them of. And since these needles penetrate the skin and dissolve, become a part of your body, they are not a biohazard. They would solve all the problems. Not only they make the injection painless, but they also can theoretically be used by just anyone, because it does not create waste and it doesn't pain. There's one drawback, and that is it's going to be very expensive to begin with. It requires photolithographic process and equipment, but early results of this invention, as informed to me, were extremely encouraging. The fine microneedles have been tested on parafilm and other skins, and their ability to break off and puncture the skin without pain has been noticed. As a matter of fact, the drug delivery system is undergoing a change. There have been vacuum processes and there have been other processes. There are alternate ways. And micro needles would be extremely useful for delivering vaccines to the young infants. They won't feel and they won't cry. And the child's cry is the worst thing that can happen to any mom or any nurse. Regardless of wherever the medical community goes, it's safe to say that the people in the whole world would welcome painless injections if there is a choice. We prefer no injections at all. But if it's to be there, then why not have painless injections? Imagine a world in which parents no longer have to convince their children that the scary looking needles are not bad. In fact, they are not even terrifying to look at because you don't see them. They are so small, immediately they would escape your attention. So, a lighter car to drive, a painless injection to get well. But the human innovativeness does not stop here. There's another thing which I'd like to share with you, and that is edible graphene and electronics in your food. They are going to be a part of your menu in near future. Like a stock laser, the researchers and the scientists have been able to carve edible circuits into food. So prepare for a food that can communicate In the world, only man's made 2D material. That's what we believe in. But it's changed. Graphene is a line of carbon that's a mere atom thing. But it's several times stronger than steel and 100 times more conductive than copper. But this wonder material has yet to find a breakthrough application. It's the most remarkable substance ever discovered. But till now it was not being used. And now, Rice University has been able to make commercial laser to transform the surface carbon in food. Toast, coconut shells, potatoes, cookies, they can all be covered with graphene. And without using any special vacuum to clean rooms, graphene can be patterned into impossibly, you can't even imagine it, thin, edible circuit including fuel cells to store power, transmit data, glowing elements to light up, and the circles resemble a dark inky tattoo, like burnt toast. Now the benefit, the doctors have to test your inside. So you eat this toast covered with graphene and your body inside is illuminated. You don't have to undergo the radioactive X-rays, which are harmful, MRIs, ultrasound. Very often we don't see an advantage until and unless it's available readily. Perhaps all food will have any RFID tag that would inform us in case of food poisoning how long you have taken it, from which country and origin the food has come, and how it reached your table. So the whole food line can be seen if RFID is there. And in case of breakout of an epidemic, as it is happening very often, the source can be identified and segregated and ensured that that sort of epidemic doesn't happen again. We know salmonella has been breaking up, but the process where the bacteria generated was never visible. Now it will be very one. So E. coli sensors can be designed to spot if your food was contaminated, and if so, at what level. There might be a circuit which might give a warning glow to you. As soon as you eat it, you receive a warning glow in your body as the food travels the esophagus, and you can rush before something major happens. It's really fun to explore other possibilities. Much of what we eat in future might contain a layer of interactive layer that we can not imagine at present. But think of a little apple that puts 100 songs in your pocket, or a birthday cake that lights its own candles. One question, of course, this new lasering technique can be applied to any food. And since the technique only works on food high in lignin, so this lignin is something which has to be present in the food. It's a plant polymer and is found in most of the food like coconut, fiber, and others. You see, I imagine that in case eating electrical devices is too hard for the stomach, what would happen? And when I talked to some people who know the subject, they told me that the same technique could be worked elsewhere. The laser works on both wood and cloth, as well as it could turn your normal clothes into flexible wearables patterned by their own circuit. So you have a cloth, the graphene coated. In summer it's cool, in winter it's warm, becomes thermal. So you don't have to change the clothes according to the climate. They change automatically. So food also similarly. In the winter, it becomes warm. In the summer, cools your system from inside. This is the most amazing part. And as the Rice University professors say, in next 3 to 5 years, graphene and the sensors on your toes would be a normal thing. The way you apply Nutella, the way you apply jam and marmalade, the way you apply cheese would be a process which will not be complete till you have applied the sensor and partake of it. Voila! What a brave new word with micro needles that make injections painless, with beetroot made cars that are sleeker and faster and biodegradable, and food which has electronic sensors. This is a real brave new word. Thank you.